We have one final back and forth here with the kill and save. $35 from Das Yadi. Sarah McLaughlin is still hot. Save the animals. There we go.
ACM number 1.
If you guys don't know who ACM is, he's number 1.
Here, hold on. Didn't help at all. Too much beard.
Perfect.
Shout outs to Aisha Pai for scratching his beard against his microphone.
You ready?
Right. Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, before we get started, I actually have one more incentive that I want to plug, and it's kind of a big one. So we already have the Melee top 3 in the bonus stream, but RomScout's given us the okay to push for that to actually happen in the main stream. If we reach $750,000 between donations and the Humble Bundle purchases by the end of Super Metroid, then we will have the Melee finals during the main stream. And that again is Cosmo versus Kirk Q in the winner's final, and then Mundungu will play the loser of that match in the loser's final. So if you want to see that happen on the main stream, we need to get to $750,000 before the end of Super Metroid. And with that, I'll hand it over to Jadin.
Okay. Ready whenever you guys are. So this is a much shorter category than the one Andy did, with the main difference being I'm allowed to go out of bounds. And to do that, pretty much going to move very small movements, 1 pixel at a time, into a few ledges, and it's not going to know where to pop me out.
From Trace Jackson, we have a $35 donation. Shoutouts to the 502. I'm glad to support such a great cause as Doctors Without Borders. But if there's one thing I hate more than borders, it's animals. Kill the animals.
So the one thing you can't do in this category is exploration glitch, or EG, which is why we call it no EG. And that glitch basically allows you to walk through walls, basically to the end of the game. That run is only about 2 minutes long. So naturally, people don't really run it much.
We have a $350 anonymous donation. Finally, the run I've been waiting for. Sushi Lunch Hype. Good luck, Jadin. Thanks everyone for putting on a great show for a great cause. Please put this towards Jadin's choice.
Thank you. We'll do Kill the Animals.
We had a big sushi lunch yesterday in preparation for this run.
We have an anonymous $35 donation. Good morning from Australia. Hopefully this works this time. If so, thank you to the IRC chat person who helped me. You're amazing, and if you're able to, $10 of this goes to whatever bidding thing you want. This is my first SGDQ, and it's certainly been interesting. Legend of Zelda has been my entire childhood, so thank you for breaking nearly every game in the best ways possible. $15 go to Kill the Animals. This is a speedrun after all. And the remainder to Runner's Choice. So actually, we'll put that towards Kill the Animals.
good. Oh.
Alexander Simon donated $10 and says, so nice that you're donating 100% to MSF. Wouldn't it go faster if you did any percent next time?
You might get just that right after this.
We have $100 from Cowtron. Jadin, why you hatin'? Get that Ganon, fry some bacon. Hibbity donated $25 and says, if we kill the animals, what about Rabbit Link? Tony the Serial Tiger donated $35 and says, shoutouts to Ganon for completing his Andy speedrun in an hour and 15 minutes.
Ouch.
We've got $35 from Zaps4. Yet another awesome event. Loving the 2D-ish Zelda block. FF6 is going to be awesome too. Want that glitch ending.
So the rupee route for this category only requires 10 rupees, so he doesn't really need to go out of his way to kill anything.
Link has dropped his blue Kool-Aid addiction.
Zereshi donated $100. Have to donate for the best Zelda game. Put this towards saving the animals. Leaving them to die is for scrubs that can't take time to help their friends.
Still except for that, right?
Was it a sub 550?
551.
So,
Oh,
What a scrub.
so here you're gonna get your first look at out of bounds, and he's gonna move into the wall 1 pixel at a time. If you move more than 1 pixel at a time, the collision detection will work and push you out. But he's gonna clip into the wall to a certain point, and then move more than 1 pixel to get the collision detection to work, and it's going to force him out at a high speed onto a different screen. This requires very precise inputs.
Nice.
Nice.
We have $50 from Cypher. Hi, Jadin.
hey, Cypher.
You're so cool.
You're so cool.
Please come to HDQ sometime. Love from Clotho.
Thanks, man.
Also have $50 from Random715. Love the stream, and for a great cause, keep it up and continue showing how broken my favorite games really are. would just like to remind everybody that if you donate at least $25 during this Zelda block, you'll be entered to win all of the Zelda-related prizes. There are different tiers, so you could do $5, $10, or $25, but if you want to be entered to win all of them, then I would donate at least $25 if I were you. You could win things like a Nintendo 3DS XL with A Link Between Worlds. We have posters, we have perlers, tons of fun stuff, so make sure to get those donations in before the end of the Zelda block. We have $10 from Laramir. Use your heart piece. Save the animals.
Yeah, so that's what it looks like.
So everything up to this dungeon is relatively easy compared to the rest of the run. All the tricks get a lot harder, and the last dungeon's really hard too.
Don't forget, you still need 4 rupees.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
After he gets the boots, the run gets really broken.
Yeah, then we start getting into the crazy out-of-bounds stuff, since the boots pretty much help you clip into any wall you want to.
Oh.
Skipping the sand cart.
I don't think I meant to do that. I told myself, like, you know, I'm playing okay, but I'm a little bit nervous. I should get this thing hard. And then I ran right past it.
Nice.
Nice.
Sick.
It is very hard to do that quickly.
So I hope I don't die. Without this link heart, I'm going to be clipping into Ganon's tower without any more hearts. So I have to do the whole thing with 4 hearts.
We have an anonymous $10 donation that just says 502 crew.
And this is the only category where you get to listen to quite a lot of the bunny music, which is some of the best music in the game. Oh.
Bunny music featuring beeping.
Nice.
And what he's going to be doing here is trying to get the tempered sword. You need at least one sword upgrade to be able to beat the game.
So he's going to be doing something here called mirror jumping. Basically, when you're running off a ledge, it's nice. It's 20 frames from when you hit a direction on the D-pad until you jump, and on the 20th frame, you actually have 1 frame of input. And so, if you mirror on the 20th frame, you get that 1 pixel of movement plus the mirror, so you don't actually jump off the ledge, and it helps him get around these rocks and get the frog early.
And the first one has to be completely unbuffered, but for the subsequent ones, he can use the frog as a visual cue.
And it's better to hit it early than late.
Otherwise, he jumps off the cliff.
And you have to start all over again. There we go.
This is actually the hardest trick in the game, I think. You hit it 1 frame late and you can lose 30 seconds or a minute. And 1 frame early, you lose 8 seconds. Wow.
Nice.
Nice.
And for those of you who don't know, Link to the Past is a 60 frames per second game, so it only has 1/60th of a second to mirror. So it's a little tricky.
To say the least.
He has to do this a total of 4 times to get the frog.
That's 2, I think, so far.
I know, but he has to do the 4.
Yeah, 4 total.
There we
There you
go.
go.
Don't forget those rupees.
I got it.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that was there.
We've got $25 from Fat Homie 666. Andy, your run was doing so well until you died. I bet an MTFM would have been better at it though. When's Transform Ice?
Oh. Alright, so coming up, he's going to be doing this clip that we call the Kiki skip. We call it that because we don't have to pay the monkey to get into the Palace of Darkness. This clip's a little more complicated. He has to go into the wall, and then he has to go upright in the wall for the collision detection to force him downwards. Alrighty, and there you go.
That was incredibly fast.
Since he's clipped into the dungeon from a cave, it isn't quite loaded properly. You still have the cave music, the floor tiling and the walls are all wrong. And he doesn't need any keys. It's underflowed to 255 keys. So he doesn't have to bother with it at all.
That saves like a second. All right, 4 hearts and a hammer, so everything we need for Ganon's tower.
Yep.
So there he did another screen wrap that put him up at the top. And now he has to make his way back down to the bottom.
Nice.
All right, here he's going to intentionally kill himself because you can't do anything with the bunny. When you die with the bunny before having killed Ganon, the game will put you in the light world, but also if you die in a dungeon, the game puts you back at the beginning of the dungeon. So that's kind of convenient because you'll be put in the light world as Link, but back at the beginning of this dungeon that's in the dark world. The game gets pretty confused about this, which leads to some interesting graphical effects.
We have $50 from CJ Bullet. Hello from Ireland. Love what you guys are doing. That is all. We thank you for the donation.
The strats are a bit different now because he doesn't have the hook shot or the cane.
This boomerang throw in this room is a 3-frame window. And you got it.
We have $35 from Justin Clemens. Great marathon, guys. Been watching for a couple of years now. Had the entire week off and have been watching most of my non-sleep time. Can't wait for the Super Metroid run. Was one of my favorite games growing up. Have Spike Vegeta choose between save or kill the animals, since he's one of my favorite runners.
Kill.
I believe he said kill.
Ladies and gentlemen, let him die.
You really need a lot of arrows for Ganon's tower since he doesn't have the cane. And this is where things start getting really hard with this low heart count. Nice. Nice.
Perfect mimics.
It's okay to clap if you guys like that. You know, you don't have to hold back.
Those
You lead him, Spike. Yeah.
And here we have 5 scary rooms in a row.
Shout outs to Beams.
He's gonna... The reason he delayed coming into this room was to manipulate this to happen, where all of them spawn at the same time, so he can hit them with one spin attack.
Nice.
Told you that was possible, Andy. So coming up, one of the biggest consequences of not having the hook shot is the Moldorm 2 dilemma. After you kill Moldorm 2, there's a chest that appears on the other side of a very large gap that you would ordinarily need a hook shot to get to that chest, but he doesn't have the hook shot. So he's going to have to abuse a mechanic in the game where the game won't allow you to fall so long as you're holding a dash charge. And you can only let go of a dash charge for 1 frame, and you can't hold it so long that you actually fully charge the dash. So this is a very precise trick, extremely hard. He needs 27 hovers, so 27 frame perfect inputs to cross this gap.
If he gets out of the way,
Oh.
I slipped off the controller.
Not very many people can even do this, let alone do it consistently.
So here he's going to kill Wizrobes because they have a high hard drop rate.
Okay.
And he's back.
Yeah, skipping all the, if you didn't want to skip the hook shot, you'd have to get the Titan's mitts, the flippers, and the hook shot. So skipping all of that stuff saves about 9 minutes.
Just to reiterate for those that are watching, it might not be familiar with terminology. He's got to do 27 frame perfect inputs. That means he's got to be right 1/60th of a second, 27 different button presses. This is really hard.
I don't know what it is.
This is definitely one of the hardest tricks in speed gaming. What a jerk.
You got it, Jadin.
Wow.
You got this, Jadin.
Come on, Jadin, you got this.
This is a little bit more than I've ever missed it. Wow.
We need to get everyone to make a heart sign right now. Jadin loves hearts, everyone.
I really do.
Got it, Jadin.
Come on, Jadin!
I swear, somebody. Probably.
It's robes.
Wow.
We have a $10 donation from Zythar that says, "Yo, Jadin, you got this, dog."
Get in the field.
There you go.
Get on your feet, guys. That was impressive.
If there wasn't so much clapping, I would have told you not to look.
All right, so a side effect of him dying as the bunny in Ganon's tower is he gets to fight the first Aghanim rather than the normal fight where you would fight him and 3 of his clones. The lightning effect that's coming up is really glitched too.
Of course.
Now the final, another little glitch that's coming up graphically is the color of his sword and shield, which are changed. The Ganon fight is pretty hard, so let's get some serious time maybe.
Someone should go tell next door that it's serious time.
It's impossible to do, by the way. You all just hallucinated.
At least I got to do that in my second Ganon fight. Died on purpose for swag. So he doesn't have the fire rod, so this 4th phase of Ganon is a little bit trickier with where he spawns and when you should light the torch. Pretty good Ganon.
So, apologies it took so long to do the hover, but at least I didn't die.
At least you didn't die.
Definitely saved 3 seconds over those 8 minutes I lost. Are you gonna do
Yeah.
another round? Use this one.
Well, once again, impressive stuff from Jadin. Can we get one more round of applause for Jadin? And we've got one final encore here for A Link to the Past. Andy, take it away.
So we've been talking about no EG, so we figured we might as well tell you or show you what EG actually is. So I'm ready whenever. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so this is true any percent. Gonna be beating the game as fast as you can, which is probably a little faster than you might imagine. Yeah, this was done in, I think, SGDQ 2011, and there were some pretty outdated strats, and the route is completely different now.
So the first thing he's going to do here is swim without the flippers. A trick called fake flippers. If you jump into the water and scroll the screen at the same time, the game will allow you to swim. It's a Japanese 1.0 only glitch.
Come on. There we go. Okay.
Now he's going to go into this cave and try to get into EG. EG is exploration glitch. It basically puts Link on the wrong layer, so you can just walk through walls. Every indoor room in the game is on the same map. So if you get on the wrong layer, you can just walk between them.
Oops. Okay, there we go. All right, so yeah, clipping into that wall puts us underneath the game. So since all the cave rooms are connected, we can actually just walk straight to the Triforce room. Now you see we're here back in Hyrule Castle, and time's gonna be coming up pretty soon. All right, so we're in the Ganon fight now, and see you later. That's time. I'm okay with that. You didn't die. I didn't die. So yeah, the world record using this route is 1 minute and 41 seconds, and it's completely unbuffered, so it takes 1 frame diagonal inputs, and it's ridiculous. Really hard on a controller. And that was A Link to the Past in all of its glory.
So thanks again to Andy and Jadin for their Link to the Past rounds. Up next, we have A Link Between Worlds. We're going to take a quick little break here while we switch games, and we'll run an ad for you guys on the stream and read some donations. We'll be right back from Summer Games Done Quick 2014 in Colorado. I'm Golden, and we'll see you in just a few.